Hello everyone, and welcome to my first iPhone application development tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a simple application that has an image or an object which falls down from the top of the screen when you click a start button and then stops falling when you click stop. If you'd like to see a written tutorial version and to download the source code, check the link out in the video description below. I do apologise that I've got a bit of a cough today, I'm just getting over the cold, so please don't think I'm being rude. Alright, so let's go. In Xcode, we need to create a new application, a single view application. I'm going to call this falling object, aptly named. However, you can call this whatever you want. Click next and choose a suitable location for you to save it. I'm just going to save it to my desktop for the moment. Now, in the left hand side you'll see the project navigator. That's created some files already for you. The first file we need to go into is the header file, which is the viewcontroller.h. What we need to do is open with a curly bracket here and now type in, now declare three things. The first thing we're going to declare is a CG point, and we're going to call that position. The next thing we're going to declare is an IB outlet. IB outlet of a UI image view, and we'll call that image. And the next thing is an NS timer, which we will call timer. Underneath this, we now need to declare two IB actions, which are going to be linked to the buttons that we're going to create to start and stop the application. So the first one is IB action, and we'll call this start. And the second one, IB action, and we'll call this stop. There we go, so that's it for the header file. Now into the implementation file. So again, on the left hand side you will see viewcontroller.m, which is now where we need to go. In the implementation view controller, notice there's no open curly brackets on this one. Declare your IB action for the start. You don't need the ID sender there. Open with a curly bracket. And we're going to say that the timer equals NS timer, scheduled timer with time interval. In here, if you read the documentation, you'll find out that the number after scheduled timer with time interval is the number of seconds between the firing of the timer. So if the second is less than or equal to 0.0, the method chooses the non-negative value of 0.1 milliseconds instead. But for this we will put 0.3, just for the process of this tutorial. The next thing we need to declare on this is the target, which we will say target is self. Not sure what's going on there. Timer equals NS timer. Scheduled timer with time interval. Might correct itself in a second. The selector is at selector. We'll call this on timer. 1 second. Not known class method. Timer equals NS timer. The user info will set to nil and repeats, accepts a boolean, and we will say yes. Let's put that on a new line there. Change that to yes. There we go. And don't forget to add the semicolon at the end. Next thing we're going to declare is the IB action for the stop button we're going to create, which we will call stop. Now on this one we're going to use an Objective-C if statement, and we're going to say that if, oops, let me close that off before I forget. if the timer is not equals to nil, which means the timer is running, we're then going to invalidate the timer. Why is my button not working? I don't know why that wasn't working. Timer invalidate, and then set the timer back to nil. There we go. Now, as you can see up here, we created a selector on timer, which we now need to create. And on this one, we're going to say image.center equals cg point make image.center.x plus position.x and image.center.y plus position.y. And underneath that, position equals cg point make. Now this is where we set the time for the thingy to fall. So we'll say the speed, so 10.0 for the purpose of this. Finish that off. Oh, sorry, just got a capital A there. There we go. Now, up here you'll see we've got no issue, so hopefully, if we run the application, this should work. It won't work because we need to add in the storyboard first, sorry about that. So in the storyboard, we need to drag in the image. I got this image from iconfinder.com, but first, please make sure that the image you're using is royalty-free and you don't want to get sued when you're building an iPhone app. So I've dragged the image into the project navigator, which comes up with this dialog. Make sure that you've got copy items into destinations group folder if needed. That means it will drag and copy that image into your project files, ready for you to use. So next, we need to go into the media library here and drag the image across that we previously dragged in. From the view control button at the bottom, press Control, hold down and drag your keypad up until you hover over it and then select image. That's now linked that image to the IB action, IB outlet UI image view that we created in the header file and the M file. Now in the objects library, we need to drag in two buttons. One and two. Double click the first one and let's call that start. Double click the second one and call that stop. Now, so if you click start, press Control and press your trackpad down, drag it down to the bottom and let go, it will pop up with this. And make sure under sent events you click start. Do the same for stop, however, just make sure that you select stop this time. There we go, the application should now be ready to run. If I just click run here, we should get build succeeded with no issues. My computer is a little bit slow, so if my simulator loads up black, don't worry. Don't forget you can download the source code and the written tutorial for this project with the link provided in the video description below. And here we go, the application is now running. So if we click the start button, the image should start to fall down, and it should stop when we click the stop. There we go, thank you very much for listening to me. I'm sorry if I've been a little bit nervous, it's my first video tutorial. I hope that I've helped somebody. Please feel free to comment, like and share, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thank you very much.